talking about everything you know about SSIS being null and void. And the reason we're going with this title is because with SSIS 2012, they really revolutionized what is SSIS. They made a lot of changes. So for those of you who have been doing SSIS for a while, you'll learn some of the new features, new sets, and for those of you who are new to SSIS, hopefully you'll pick up some nice things about how SSIS 2012 works. It doesn't really require a lot of previous knowledge of SSIS. I just have a couple of little slides. A little about me. My name is Robert Kane. I'm a Microsoft MVP. Been one since 2008. Been here as a senior consultant with Pragmatic Works a little over 3 years now. Have co-authored 4 books. I'm a speaker. You may have seen me at SQL Saturdays or SQL Pass. You can follow me on the web. My blog is arcanecode.com, and that's also my Twitter handle. Now, the big question that everybody always asks is, well, where can I download the demos and stuff? The most important part, I'm going to show you some scripts which you can use for monitoring SQL Server, and those are available on the web at bit.ly/AC for arcane code, SSIS, and then cat, because these are going to be monitoring the SSIS catalog, as we'll see here in a moment. And I'll put this slide up again at the end so you can get that address again if you missed it. Just to tell you, I got a couple upcoming events. If you're in the South Florida area, South Florida SQL BI Users Group on July 9th, I'll be giving a presentation there. On October 2nd, I'll be doing the next my next webinar for Pragmatic Works on installing and configuring SSIS. Oh, and I almost forgot off this slide. If you're in the Birmingham, Alabama area, we're going to be doing our SQL Saturday on August 23rd. It's going to include a PowerShell track as well, so lots of fun there. And then if you're coming to the SQL Pass Summit, if you've not heard of the Summit, it's the big international training event, and I'm going to be doing a pre-con there on Tuesday called Zero to Hero with PowerShell and SQL Server, where we'll take you from a total noob on PowerShell and get you all the way through to where you're working with it on SQL Server. Then I've also got a regular session in case you can't attend the pre-con on PowerShell. All right, so enough of the slides. What you really want to see are demos, I know. So let's get out of this and shrink that down. And what I'm showing you now is an SSIS 2008 R2 package. Now, with 2008, you have data sources, and then you have individual packages. And if you wanted to share a data source, you actually had to explicitly come down here and add it to the connection managers. Right-click, new connection, and you would do it from a shared connection. You also had to deal with things like data source views, and there wasn't any really good way for packages to communicate with each other. If you had a master package that you needed to pass things to, it's a real headache because you had to set up all these parent-child configurations. So 2012, they have really revolutionized that. But before you can take advantage of it, we want to show you real quick upgrading an existing package. And it actually works fairly easy. I'm going to come up here to an empty SQL Server Integration Studio package, and this is going to be SQL Server Data Tools, and I'm using the one that, this is the 2012 version, and I'm just going to do open my project, and what I'm actually going to open up is my 2008 R2 project. Okay, as you can see here, we have the upgrademe.sln. That icon is the 2008 R2 icon. And we're going to click open, and it's going to let us know, hey, this is a one-way upgrade. Once you go down this path, you ain't coming back. Okay, so obviously I really want to stress, make a backup. Okay, always back up your packages, make a copy of them somewhere, but be very, very cautious because you don't want to accidentally screw something up. So we're going to click OK. And it's going to prepare our solution. And off over here on one of my other monitors, Let me drag this back over here so y'all can see it. It is the migration report, and it's just kind of giving you an errors, warnings, that kind of thing. And here, the only warning it really made was it says, hey, you know, I'm going to make some changes to this. Be aware that, and this is basically the, hey, once you upgrade, you can't go back. So you'll see that pop up. And then it has the wizard, so we're going to step through the wizard. The first screen's the hi, how you doing? This is what I'm about to do. And then it says, here's all the packages that are in my current project. So we're going to click next. And it says, okay, what do you want me to do? And you can pretty much just take these default options. The only one you might want to consider is create new package ID. Behind the scenes, each SSIS package uses a GUID to uniquely identify itself. So one of the things you might want to do is let it generate a new GUID for you. So I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, and then click Next. Now it says, okay, this is what I'm about to do. So we're just going to click on Finish. And here we go. It said Success. So we're going to hit Close. And we now have the package open. But I want you to notice up here in the solution title, it says Package Deployment Model. When they introduced SSIS 2012, they came out with something new called the Project Deployment Model. With the Project Deployment Model, you push everything as one big project to something called the Integration Services Catalog, which I'll show you in a moment. But it's also possible to still run SSIS like you did with 2008 R2, and that is called the Package Deployment Model. With the Package Deployment Model, I can still deploy one package at a time to the server. I manage it just like I did in 2008 R2. The problem is I don't get any of the new benefits that you're going to see during this webinar of 2012. Okay, so if we want to actually take advantage of all of those benefits, we have to convert from a package deployment model to a project deployment model. So to do that, we're going to right-click, and there is an item right here called Convert to Project Deployment Model.